well, if we can't get the Ukrainians to use them, we'll use our own people.
Hmm.
So this is, NATO is, slowly getting pregnant here.
Is Taurus a German or an American product?
It's German.
Because
we used to think it was the Ford car, the Taurus, but
right.
this is a German missile.
I mean, Chancellor Scholz acknowledged publicly, according to Alistair Crook, that Taurus would require German technicians. He didn't say intelligence, and he didn't say military. He said technicians in order to operate.
Yeah, they're good. Well, it just goes without the assumption. The underlying assumption with all of this is that it will use NATO ISR, the intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance capabilities, which means satellite intelligence, as well as that provided from some of the fixed-wing aircraft.
Is NATO waging war against Russia, Larry?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. No, it's clear. This is crazy. When the United States was providing covert aid to the Mujahideen in Afghanistan, the Soviets, they thought we were doing that, but the CIA went to great pains to try to cover it up, so that there was not this open conflict. It was a surrogate conflict. NATO's no longer taking that step at all. It is clearly out in the open. And I heard just last night there was a report that the Russians hit one of those CIA bases that was talked about in the New York Times piece a week ago Monday.
Ooh.
And that it killed some CIA officers, as well as some of the special operations forces for the Ukrainians that were being trained. Now, it's unconfirmed, but there was a video report to that effect last night.
So where does this go from here? Does this go towards World War III, or do the Republicans stand firm, no aid for Ukraine, and Zelensky signs a peace treaty in the next couple of months?
We're headed towards, let's call it verbal World War III. The Russians will continue to defeat the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians will continue to crumble for the simple combination of two factors. One, they do not have the trained manpower. They don't have the reserves ready that can come in to plug the gaps. So they're going to continue to suffer major attrition on the manpower front. Then they do not have the ability to produce the weapons themselves. And it turns out neither does NATO. NATO talks a great game about, oh, yeah, we're going to supply you all these artillery shells. But then after like the Europeans promised last year, oh, we'll do 1 million shells. You got it. They couldn't even do 300,000. So talking's one thing, actually being able to deliver is another. And so with the shortage of manpower, shortage of weapons, Ukraine's ability to fight is going to continue to erode dramatically, as the Russians are faced with none of those problems. They have just the opposite. Their manpower is increasing, and it's trained manpower. It's personnel that